what's going on then, guys? Your boy Ben Gregson or Dilemma here, coming at you with a deck profile for my first place winner box, Zefra Atlantean Dinosaur Karakuri, or KADZ as people are calling it now. And before we do actually get into the deck profile, if you are here because of either the Facebook page I made on Zodiac Duelist, or the page, the Mermail post where this got randomly posted in the Mermail group because it plays Prince and Dragoons, or the Eldritch group for some reason because it's in there, or, you know, you hear from the post that's been made where everybody's like, this deck is terrible. Let me give you some, like, real insight, right? There are people in this world who make deck choices and win events, right? We have Tom Rose, who during Goki format took Rescue Cat BA to UK Nationals and won the whole thing, right? And people weren't saying to Tom, this is a terrible idea, right? On the other hand, you have me, who has built this, and I have received several threats and miscellaneous things because people don't like people being innovative. And they seem to have an issue with somebody winning an event with pile of cards, and I get that, right? And that, I'm not going to make this video negative, but I'm just going to say, if you are all here, thank you so much for the support and coming to see the channel. If you consider leaving a subscription, that would be dope. I'm doing a giveaway for a donation code for Dueling Book at 700 subs, so yeah, if you want to, you know, enter that, just comment on this video. But anyway, I digress. So this is my list, card for card, my deck. Big shout out to the guys in the Discord for helping me out, as usual. But let's get straight into it. So I kind of did it package by package. So it's 3 Neptibus, 3 Dragoons, 1 Minstrel, 1 Lapis. This is our Sea Serpent engine. You can also include 1-for-1 in this, but I've just got it here as an extender. So the way this package actually works is it's a self-sustainable 1-card Hulk if you open Neptibus or 1-for-1 that guarantees you Hulk and also rips a card from your opponent's hand. So essentially it plays around the big hand traps like Ash, Gamma, significantly loses to draw, but you don't need, if you get drolled, you don't lose the combo. You still end on VFD Savage through droll, right? You just don't get the 9 draws. And you do the combo slightly differently, so you end up with other cards in your extra deck. So that's how we're playing the Mermail package. It's also cute that you can end on Croc sometimes, and Croc can discard Neptibus to reborn Dragoons, which is kind of cute. But that happens. Next we have our Dinosaur package, which is 3 Misc, 1 Oviraptor, 1 UCT, 1 Aeolo, triple Fossil Dig. So the reason I'm not playing 3 Oviraptor before people bite my head off is I'm technically playing 4, and Oviraptor's really good as a 1-card combo starter. But I want my normal summon to be as impactful as possible, and Oviraptor seems to be the least impactful normal summon in my deck, and I wanted to make room for Quick Draw Synchro. So we're still playing 4 copies anyway, but the reason I'm playing 3 copies of Misc over 3 copies of Oviraptor is Misc turns your Fossil Dig into A, an extender, or B, just like a combo. Like, normal summon plus Fossil Dig is combo, normal summon plus Misc is combo, Oviraptor is combo. On top of that, we're playing the 1 of UCT, because if you open like Fossil Dig Misc or Oviraptor Misc, you can make the full end board, which is VFD Savage, and then you can end on UCT on the end board, which is ridiculous. Obviously, we have to play the 1 brick. The 1 brick's inevitable, but it's still a level 1 tuner that we can normal summon and make Hulk with. Like, a lot of the bricks in this deck are still just tuners, so they still allow us to do what our deck is aiming to do every single game, which is just get to Hulk. If we get to Hulk and Hulk resolves, we just win the game, and that's just how it is. It's how this deck plays, it's how it works, and it's worked wonders. Like, a 7-round winner box event, a DB live event. I am 14-0 with this in DB rated. Like, this deck's just ridiculous, and it's insane, and nobody knows how to play against it, which is the real upside to playing this deck right now. Is your opponent looks at all these different engines, and they're like, ooh, like, what do I do against this, 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 and this? And you, like, activate Oracle of Zefra and they throw an Ash Blossom at you, and then you normal summon Oviraptor and your opponent looks at you dead funny. Like, that's how these 60-card pile decks work, and this is just another one of those amalgamations. We're playing Triple Quick Draw Synchron as an additional extender. That's also a machine which allows us to make Auroradon if our help gets hand trapped. We're playing Triple Dragon Shrine, Foolish, Darkworm, and the Gate Zero. This is our extender that gets us to a 1 scale on top of everything else, so it gets us to a monster and a 1 scale. The issue with Darkworm is a lot of the time it conflicts with either normal summoning Neptibus or normal summoning Oviraptor. Simply because you already have enough monsters to do the combo there. So you have to make Librarian early in situations where you open Darkworm plus Ovi or Darkworm plus Neptibus, but you do gain the additional low scale, so there is additional high impact. But it's Shrine and Foolish just negate hand traps for free. Like negate, they bait out hand traps for free. Like, a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, what if you get hand trapped on Hulk? Well, game 1, you're not going to get hand trapped on Hulk because you can do a bunch of other stuff first. Like, if you activate Misk in your graveyard, your opponent's obviously just going to throw an Ash or a Gamma at it because it's Misk, right? And, like, if you activate Oracle of Zefra, everybody's crap scared of Oracle because Musa exists and he's been terrorizing the DB ladder as well as Labras and all the other guys that get featured on my channel regularly. So, like, Oracle and Zefrath and all that stuff's scary because Zefra Path's really broken. So, like, your opponent just hand traps stupid stuff, and then you get to Hulk them afterwards, and it's insane. Like, if they have Nib, they have Nib. Nib isn't played, to my knowledge, outside of a virtual world. So, like, if they have Nib, they have Nib. You just scoop and go next. But, like, sometimes you can play through Nib with this deck, and it's fine. Like, I've ended on Savage through Nib. Still ended on VFD through Nib a couple of times. Well, there's lots of things you can do that will allow you to end on the things you want to end on. And then onto the hand traps, we're just playing 3 Ash, 2 Ogre, 2 Bell. I don't know why my bells are down here, but anyway. So, just a 7. Originally I was actually playing, so it was 2 Ash, 2 Meister, 1 Ogre, 2 Bell. Because, like, you don't want to draw these hand traps in multiples. But the thing is, when you do the full combo and draw a bunch of cards, you need to discard in the end phase because your hand is too full. Feeling like you're burning cards in Hearthstone or something. But, like, I personally just, like, ditched the additional hand traps and it's completely fine. They're also tuners, they're also level 3. We get to play Emergency Teleport for Ogre. It's a good time. Onto the Zefra package. 3 Oracle, 3 Zefra, 3 Providence, 2 Zefra New, the Cow, and the Calf, as well as Zefra Divine Strike, Zefra War, and 9 Pillars. So this function's really cool. So when you're drawing cards, you eventually draw into these cards. Quite often, actually. The percentages, I can't remember what the percentages are, but it's around 80% that you will draw at least, you know, Zefra plus a 1 scale. I mean, you're technically playing, like, what, 9 copies of Zefrath, and then just some additional scales and stuff scattered in the deck. So there's a very high chance you draw these cards, right? Especially considering you have your opening 5 cards as well. And what this allows you to do is end up on a counter trap, minimum, which beats Dark Ruler, which beats the droplets on your VFD and your Savage. Which means, like, pre-side, your opponent just isn't breaking your board, period. Post-side, you break, like, they try and break your board, like, they have all these break your board cards, and you just have, like, counter traps and hand traps to back up your original board, which is, like, the insane thing. So that's really cool. Also, you can sometimes make Croc and, like, stack Neptibus and then normal summon Neptibus because you play Zefra cards, and that happens sometimes. Like, you'll open, like, just Zefra cards, and you can go search Divine Strike off of Zefra New, Zefraxian Zefra New, make Crocodragon, Chainlink 1, Oracle Chainlink 2, and then stack and draw Neptibus, or stack and draw Lapis Dragon. So you have a way to combo. You can also do it with Oviraptor and all the other good stuff, right? And then obviously there are the kind of garnets that you have to play. So there's 2 level 2 tuner, 3 level 1 tuner, 1 level 3 tuner, 2 level 4 tuner, 001, double Coltwing. Double Coltwing is necessary. Coltwing glued to my hand. If you don't play double Coltwing, I completely understand, but this card glues itself to my hand like crazy. So yeah. if you draw multiples of these, the only one you care about drawing multiples of is the level 2. If you draw multiples of the level 2, it kind of sucks, you can still combo though. If you draw multiple of the level 1, you don't care, because the level 3 just has an additional normal summon just on it. Right? So you can just summon this from the deck, and then summon the one that's in your hand that shouldn't be there, and it's fine, you can still combo. Like, that's the insane thing about this deck, is all the Karakuri cards that everybody says are Garnets, they're not Garnets because you have an additional normal summon to get them out of your hand and still combo. Like, it doesn't take that much of a brain to realize that that's a thing. But yeah, everybody's got their mind in the gutter. Onto the sideboard, we're playing triple Zaphion and triple Camion. This will be very weird, but Zaphion plus Camion equals out cards, and then if you have a tuner, you full combo afterwards. So Camion is essentially, when it attacks, you non-target, and your opponent can, and it's spell speed 4 for no fucking reason, spin a card they control, and burn your opponent for 500. So it outs Dragoon, it outs Ruler, it outs Herald. You can use it against the Eldritch deck to spin Eldritch back row before they have a response to it. It can't be torrential. Like, the only response is like, what, Compulse? Or like, Silk F. Like, those are the only responses in the current metagame that just deal with this outright. Unless you're playing against that guy at your locals who's playing Storming Mirror Force at 3 copies. But yeah, Camion's dope. Zaphion is like the catch-all. I don't care about what your back row deck does. I'm just going to summon this card, attack, spin everything back, and then afterwards I'm going to special summon a tuner and chain block my Zaphion. Sorry, and chain block my Hulk, because Zaphion just like allows you to draw a card when it leaves the field, so it replaces itself after you make your opponent go neck 4. Like, these cards are ridiculous, and in a deck where you play so many extenders, like, opening Camion Fossil Dig means out Herald, combo. Do you see what I mean? Triple Lancia, this is self-explanatory. Triple Dart Ruler, self-explanatory. Triple Evenly for Eldritch and the Rogue decks, right? So that's the sideboard, really easy, really simple. Extra deck is 2 level 7, 2 level 8, 2 level 9, all necessary for the combo, 1 Croc. Crocs for situations where you need to dig slightly deeper, or when you open the Zefra cards, it's very good. Also, if your opponent has a 4K Dragoon, you can draw enough cards to make Croc bigger than 4K. Fun fact. So like, Croc's insane. Also, if you open the level 1 Karakuri tuner, you can use your first level 9 to summon the level 3. And then use the level 3 to additional normal summon the level 1. And because you've done that, you don't need to make the second level 9 Karakuri Synchro, which means you get to make Croc and draw an additional card. So instead of drawing 7 cards, you're drawing 8 cards, which is pretty ridiculous. Librarian Savage. Librarian's broken and legit just shouldn't exist. Like, the more I play this deck, the more I realize that Librarian should have been banned forever ago. And like, this card's a problem, and it always will be. Savage Dragon for obvious reasons, double Hulk, double Aurodon. You can play different cards to these, or you can't, you have to play one of each. But I personally like playing 2 and 2, because against control decks, quite often if your combo doesn't resolve the first time, it usually resolves the second time, and they just don't expect the second Hulk to be there, or the second Aurodon. I personally really like it. If you want to change it, go ahead, that's completely fine. You do you, this deck list is a template, do whatever the hell you want with it. And then we have 1 access code, and true king of all fun and everything is fun. Jar Jar Jar, best deck. All the best decks summon this. All the homies hate VFD. Jar Jar Jar. Yeah, like, this card doesn't need explaining, it's broken, right? So, that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please remember to hit the like button. It takes you 2 seconds. Just scroll down to the bottom of the video. There's a little red box. There's a thumbs up. You click that. And then there's also a red box that you can click, which allows you to subscribe to the channel. And there's also a bell icon next to it, which will notify you when I'm streaming and when I'm posting videos. So if you do want to see me stream and play this deck on stream, because this is the only deck I play at the moment, other than other Zefra variants like Numeron Zefra, which you can also see on the channel, yeah, that'd be cool if you came along. I'll probably be streaming at some point today or tomorrow. And yeah, there's a giveaway for a DB donation code at 700 subscribers. Comment on the video if you want to be entered. Have an absolutely fantastic day. It's been your boy Ben Gregson, or Dilemma YGO, whatever you want to call me. Stay hydrated, have a fantastic day. And Zefra best deck, by the way.